Hey rats! For today's video I will just be sharing some random stuff like the in-game stat menu improvements coming soon and the Campfire recap. The in-game stat menu will now display some of the common impactors the player may experience to important base stats. In this example it shows the impact of a blue moon's negative damage percentage in purple and the resulting change in red. This may continually be improved upon, but they hope to release it as soon as possible. After processing comments throughout the last few campfires, Cinnakxll has gone and implemented two of the most recent and frequently asked questions as features. For example, rain now prevents moisture loss as of 30th August. New abilities instead of only creatures every week will start cropping up. Notice Toxic Trail and First Strike abilities. The community seems happy with the progression of the community vote redesigns, as they much prefer voting to the studio taking it completely freehand. The community doesn't want lore event to be as chaotic and strenuous this year. They will make sure that they don't have the silly pearl system again. Players requested that they attempt to make monthly mutations nest attainable only instead by both growing and nesting. Players still really want trait removal tokens and named skin save slots with palette usage display. The community likes the more varied staggered tier release, for example, Tier 1, Tier 4, Tier 3, Tier 5, Tier 2, etc. Xeleviprex, the community creature, is almost here and will be a group loyalty reward. The current idea for herbivore migration zones, which is subject to change, are that these would be biome-locked, rotating areas where herbivores received flat buffs to encourage them to move from biome to biome, creating migratory routes, giving carnivores the opportunity to hunt realistically or ambush prey on the route. The idea of abandoned eggs, which is subject to change, is that player-less nests containing a single individual egg. Players can opt to spawn into this random trade-locked slot via the abandoned nest from their menu, or via interacting with the nest in-game with the abandoned model. Here are some of the ideas and concepts discussed by Cinnakxll. Elemental Whirlpool ability that drags you towards the player with the ability active, inflicting ailments and scaling damage the closer you get to the center of the whirlpool. Old or disused abilities perhaps being reworked again to make them fun or more interesting. Orb projectiles idea, these projectile breaths, or element orbs that are fired from a creature's mouth that travel a certain distance before fizzling out or disappearing. Think similarly to pea shooters from Plants vs. Zombies, or Shadow Ball from Pokemon, basically just an orb-like projectile that travels X distance and hits a target.